Ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. I want to talk to you today about a simple yet powerful idea. It's something that could change your life, something that could bring you closer to your dreams. And it doesn't require you to be a superhero or to have an unlimited amount of time or energy. It requires just 90 minutes a day. Think about this for a moment. You wake up every day and the world expects you to juggle everything. You're expected to be productive, to hustle, to meet deadlines, to take care of others, to keep up with all the demands life throws at you. But amidst all of that, there's one thing we often forget: ourselves. What if I told you that dedicating just 90 minutes of your day to something that truly matters to you could change everything? It doesn't matter how small or big the task is, whether it's reading a book, learning a new skill, working on a personal project, or simply reflecting and journaling. That 90-minute investment in yourself is the key. For 90 minutes, put away the distractions, no social media, no emails, no checking the clock every 5 minutes. It's just you and the thing you are passionate about. And here's the beautiful thing: you don't have to be perfect at it. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It's about consistency. It's about showing up for yourself every single day. Imagine if you did this every day for a week, for a month, for a year. You'd look back and realize that these small, focused efforts added up to something extraordinary. The person you were a year ago would be so proud of the person you've become. You'd have gained new skills, created new opportunities, and unlocked parts of your potential you never even knew existed. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up every single day for the person who matters most: you. You see, when we give ourselves permission to focus on our passions, our growth and our well-being, the world around us starts to shift. Our energy changes, our mindset transforms, and we become more capable of handling the challenges life throws our way. The power is in our hands, not in waiting for a perfect moment. So I urge you to take 90 minutes today and every day to do something that makes your heart beat faster, something that excites you, something that ignites the fire within you. Those 90 minutes will teach you more about your resilience, your strength, and your ability to overcome. And one day you look up and realize that those 90 minutes weren't just a routine. They were the building blocks of the life you always dreamed of. You are your own greatest investment. Let's start today. Let's give ourselves that gift of 90 minutes because you deserve it, certainly. Here's an expanded version of Keynote 1. Truly embrace the concept of dedicating 90 minutes a day to something that matters to you. It's important to understand how transformative this simple practice can be. We live in a world that's fast-pacing, demanding, and constantly pulling us in various directions. We're told that we need to be productive, to multitask, and to hustle endlessly. Yet in this endless cycle, we often lose sight of the one thing that can truly drive us forward: our own passions, desires, and personal growth. We often forget that investing time in what brings us joy, fulfillment, and purpose is just as important, if not more so, than everything else we do. This is where the power of dedicating 90 minutes every day comes in. It doesn't need to be a large block of time. It doesn't need to consume your entire day. The beauty of the 90-minute commitment is that it's enough time to make a significant impact without overwhelming you. It's a window of opportunity for you to reconnect with yourself, for you to dive into something that brings you satisfaction and progress. It might be a skill you've always wanted to learn, a project you've been putting off, or simply taking time to recharge and reflect. No matter what that thing is, it's yours, and the beauty is that it's not tied to anyone else's expectations or timelines. When we think about dedicating time to something, we often assume that it needs to be a grand gesture, a massive undertaking. We think it needs to be life-changing, that it must instantly transform us into someone we've always envisioned. But the truth is that growth isn't always about monumental steps. Sometimes it's the smallest actions, repeated consistently over time, that lead to the most profound changes. The 90-minute window allows you to make small, deliberate investments in yourself, and over time those investments add up. It's the compounding effect of progress. Let's consider an example. Imagine that you want to learn a new language. If you commit 90 minutes each day to studying, you will begin to see noticeable improvements within a matter of weeks. You might start with the basics, learning vocabulary, familiarizing yourself with grammar, and practicing pronunciation. After a month, you'll be surprised by how much you've absorbed. But it doesn't stop there. As you continue to invest those 90 minutes daily, you'll reach new milestones, holding conversations, reading books in the language, and even thinking in that language. None of this happens overnight, but with consistent effort, day after day, the results will speak for themselves. This is just one example, but the principle applies to any area of your life. Whether it's fitness, creativity, personal development, or even relationships, the 90-minute rule holds true. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if we can't dedicate hours of our day to something, that it's not worth doing at all. But this mindset only keeps us from ever starting. The truth is, 90 minutes is a manageable amount of time, and it's a lot more attainable than spending several hours on something at once. By committing to this daily block of time, you create a sustainable routine that works for you without overwhelming you. One of the most powerful aspects of this 90-minute practice is its ability to create focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. We are constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, messages, and tasks that demand our attention. It's easy to feel like you're being pulled in 100 different directions. When you dedicate 90 minutes to something that matters, you're choosing to block out those distractions and focus your energy on something that's meaningful to you. This focus time becomes sacred, a space where you can fully immerse yourself in what you're doing without the constant interruption of outside noise. Another important aspect of dedicating 90 minutes a day is the sense of achievement it brings. When you consistently show up for yourself, when you set aside time each day to nurture your passions, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's easy to get lost in the demands of everyday life, to feel like you're constantly busy but never truly progressing. The 90-minute commitment changes that. It provides you with a tangible, measurable way to see your growth. Each day you complete your 90 minutes, you're one step closer to your goals. Each small achievement builds upon the last, creating a snowball effect that propels you forward. Moreover, when you take the time to do something meaningful each day, it creates a ripple effect throughout the rest of your life. For example, imagine that you dedicate 90 minutes every morning to writing. At first, you might only get a few words down, or it may feel difficult, but over time, as you show up consistently, your writing improves, your confidence grows, and your voice becomes stronger. This newfound confidence doesn't just stay within the boundaries of writing. It spills over into other aspects of your life. You begin to take more risks, to believe in yourself more, and to take actions that align with your passions. The beauty of dedicating 90 minutes is that it doesn't require perfection. You don't have to be an expert at the start, and you certainly don't have to feel like everything you do in those 90 minutes needs to be flawless. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to make progress. Even on the days when things don't go as planned or when you feel like you didn't accomplish as much as you'd hoped, simply showing up and putting in the time is an act of self-discipline. It's an investment in your future self. And sometimes that's enough. We are often our own harshest critics, and we tend to judge ourselves based on the results we see in front of us. But what if we shifted that mindset? What if instead of measuring our success by the immediate outcomes, we measured it by the effort we put in? When you dedicate 90 minutes a day, you are creating a practice of showing up for yourself, even when it feels difficult. That alone is a victory. It's easy to get discouraged when we don't see immediate results, but real growth takes time. And the more consistent you are with your 90 minutes, the more the results will begin to materialize, even if it takes longer than you expected. The idea of committing to 90 minutes each day also challenges the notion that we are too busy to do the things we love. So often we put ourselves last, assuming that we simply don't have the time to prioritize our passions or personal development. But when we break it down, we realize that 90 minutes isn't a huge ask. It's just an hour and a half less time than many of us spend on our phones, watching TV or getting distracted. The question is, how committed are we to our own growth? Are we willing to carve out a small portion of our day for something that brings us joy, satisfaction, and progress? Once you commit to this practice, you might find that the 90 minutes becomes something you look forward to. It becomes your sanctuary, a time for you to focus on what matters, to nourish your soul and to recharge. It's your personal space where you can breathe, think, create, and grow. And over time, you'll begin to see the profound impact it has on your life. Not just in the progress you make toward your goals, but in the way you view yourself and the world around you. You will start to feel more connected to your purpose, more aligned with your passions, and more confident in your ability to create the life you desire. In a world that constantly demands our attention and energy, the 90-minute practice is a radical act of self-care. It's an intentional decision to reclaim time for yourself, to nurture your potential, and to invest in your future. It's a commitment to showing up every day no matter how busy you are, no matter what challenges you face. Because at the end of the day, the most important investment you can make is the one you make in yourself. And if there's anything we've learned, it's that progress doesn't happen overnight. But with consistent effort, the small, dedicated actions you take each day will eventually lead to extraordinary results. The key is to begin. So commit to that 90 minutes. Make it sacred. Make it yours. Because when you start dedicating that time to yourself, you'll realize that you are the one who has the power to create the change you've been waiting for. Consistency is often the secret ingredient that makes all the difference in achieving success. It's not the grand, once-in-a-lifetime moments that lead to lasting change, but the small, consistent actions we take every day. When we talk about consistency, it's easy to get distracted by the idea of perfection. We might think that to truly succeed, we need to be flawless from the start, or that every step we take must be executed without mistakes. But the truth is, perfection can often be the enemy of progress. Perfection paralyzes us, while consistency propels us forward. If you want to make real strides in any area of your life, consistency is key. It's easy to begin with enthusiasm, to dive into something with all your energy and passion. But when the novelty wears off, when the challenges start to surface, that's when many of us falter. The initial excitement fades, and we are left to face the reality of the hard work required. It's in those moments when things aren't going smoothly that consistency becomes your greatest ally. Consistency isn't about doing something perfectly every day. It's about showing up. It's about committing to the process, even when the results aren't immediately visible. If you wait for the perfect conditions, for the ideal time, or for everything to align just right, you may end up waiting forever. The truth is, there will never be a perfect moment to start. The key is to start and to keep going, regardless of how messy or imperfect the journey may seem. The beauty of consistency lies in its ability to create momentum. When you commit to something every single day, no matter how small the effort, it compounds over time. The more you show up, the more you build. And before you know it, what once felt like a daunting task becomes second nature. Whether it's working on a creative project, improving your health, or learning a new skill, the daily commitment begins to take on a life of its own. You'll begin to see progress in ways you couldn't have imagined when you first started. Consistency also teaches you resilience. It forces you to confront challenges head-on, without the option of quitting. The path to growth is rarely smooth, and there will inevitably be obstacles along the way. But it's through these challenges that you develop strength and perseverance. When you commit to showing up every day, you build mental fortitude. Learn to push through discomfort, to stay focused when things get difficult, and to keep moving forward even when it feels like progress is slow. These small acts of persistence accumulate, and over time, they create a foundation of resilience that helps you face even greater challenges in the future. Another powerful aspect of consistency is that it builds trust in yourself. When you commit to a daily practice, whether it's dedicating time to a personal project, exercising, or learning something new, you begin to build a relationship of trust with yourself. You begin to believe in your ability to follow through. This self-trust is essential for success in any area of life. It allows you to set bigger goals and tackle more ambitious challenges because you know that no matter what, you can count on yourself to show up and put in the work. There's also a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you've made progress, even when the results aren't immediately apparent. So often, we want instant gratification. We want to see the rewards of our efforts right away. But the reality is that success takes time, and consistency allows you to measure your progress by the effort, not by the outcome. Every time you show up, you are moving closer to your goal. Every time. Even on the days when it feels like you're not getting anywhere, consistency assures you that every small action is leading you in the right direction. In many ways, consistency is like planting a seed. When you first plant a seed, you don't see the results immediately. You water it, nurture it, and wait. It can be frustrating, especially when there are no visible signs of growth. But over time, as you continue to care for the seed, it begins to sprout, grow stronger, and eventually bear fruit. Your efforts compound, and you see the fruits of your labor, sometimes in ways that surprise you. Yes, the same applies to any area of life. It's not about seeing immediate results, but trusting that the work you're putting in will eventually pay off. One of the most important things about consistency is that it doesn't require perfection. It simply requires commitment. On some days, you might feel tired or unmotivated. On others, you may face obstacles that make it seem like your efforts are in vain. But those are the days when your commitment is tested the most. It's easy to be consistent when everything is going well, when the wind is at your back, when the breeze is right, when you're on an adventure. But the true measure of consistency is how you show up when things aren't perfect. It's about continuing to put in the work, even when the path ahead seems unclear. In a world where we're constantly chasing quick fixes and instant gratification, consistency is a reminder that real, lasting change takes time. It's a quiet, steadfast commitment to showing up every day, even when no one is watching, even when the rewards aren't immediate. It's about putting in the work because you trust the process, knowing that every step you take is a step closer to your goal. The beauty of consistency is that it doesn't require grand gestures. It's not about making huge leaps forward every day. Instead, it's about the small daily actions that eventually add up to something bigger. Every day you show up, every day you commit, you are building something meaningful. And as you continue to show up, you will be amazed at how far you can go. Consistency may not always feel exciting, but it's the foundation of everything great that we accomplish. And it's through consistency that we create lasting change. The concept of focusing on yourself, particularly your passions, growth, and well-being, is often overlooked in our busy lives. We are constantly pulled in different directions. Responsibilities, obligations, work, family, and society's expectations can easily consume all of our time and energy. As a result, we often find ourselves neglecting the very thing that has the potential to transform everything about our lives: ourselves. It's easy to think that prioritizing others or focusing on external accomplishments is the best way to succeed. But in reality, the foundation for true success lies in investing in ourselves first. When we talk about focusing on yourself, it doesn't mean being selfish or disregarding the needs of others. It simply means understanding that in order to be at your best for others, you must first take care of your own well-being. It's about recognizing that your growth, your passions, and your happiness are not secondary. They are essential to everything you do. Too often we give so much of ourselves to others and the world around us that we forget to check in with ourselves, to listen to our inner voice, or to nurture our own aspirations. But when you make the time to focus on yourself, you are better equipped to face the challenges of life, to support those around you, and to build the life you truly desire. Focusing on yourself means giving space to your passions. We all have things that make our hearts beat faster, things that excite us, make us feel alive and bring us joy. Whether it's a hobby, a creative pursuit, or a career goal, these passions are a reflection of who we truly are. But too often we push them aside because we think they are not as important as other responsibilities. We tell ourselves that we will focus on our passions once we have more time, or when things slow down. But the truth is, life will never slow down. There will always be something else competing for your attention, and the longer you wait, the further away your passions will seem. Making time for your passions is an act of self-care and self-respect. It's about giving yourself permission to pursue what lights you up, even when other things are demanding your attention. Imagine what could happen if you gave yourself just a little bit of time each day, just 90 minutes as we've discussed, to focus solely on what you love. That time would be yours, a sacred space where you could disconnect from the outside world and reconnect with what truly matters to you. The beauty of dedicating time to your passions is that it not only brings you joy, but it also fuels your energy, creativity, and sense of purpose. The more you focus on what excites you, the more inspired and motivated you'll become in every area of your life. But focusing on yourself isn't just about nurturing your passions. It's also about your growth. Growth is not just about acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself. It's about challenging yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, and embracing new opportunities. Personal growth comes in many forms. It might mean taking on a new challenge at work, trying something new outside of your usual routine, or working through personal obstacles that have been holding you back. The key is to approach growth with an open mind and a willingness to learn. When you focus on your growth, you create the foundation for long-term success. Growth is often uncomfortable. It requires vulnerability, resilience, and the courage to face the unknown. But it's through these challenges that you begin to discover your true potential. The more you invest in your personal growth, the more you realize that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. You start to see setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for learning. And you develop the confidence to keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. Focusing on yourself also means taking care of your well-being. Mental, physical, and emotional health are the cornerstones of a fulfilling life. Without good health, it's difficult to achieve anything, let alone pursue your dreams. Taking care of yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about finding balance, creating a lifestyle that supports your mind, body, and spirit. This might involve regular exercise, healthy eating, mindfulness practices, or simply taking the time to rest and recharge. The busier life gets, the more important it becomes to intentionally carve out time for self-care. Without it, you risk burning out, losing your sense of purpose, and becoming disconnected from your goals. When you prioritize your well-being, you are better able to handle stress, cope with challenges, and maintain a positive outlook on life. You have more energy to give to the people and projects that matter to you, and you approach each day with a greater sense of clarity and focus. By focusing on your well-being, you are ensuring that you have the strength and stamina to pursue your dreams and achieve your goals. Moreover, focusing on yourself doesn't just make you stronger, it makes you more present for the people around you. When you are in a good place, emotionally, physically, and mentally, you show up as the best version of yourself. You become more patient, compassionate, and understanding. You are able to offer support and love to others without feeling drained or resentful. By investing in your own well-being, you create the space to be fully present in your relationships, whether they are with family, friends, or colleagues. You become someone who can truly lift others up because you have taken the time to lift yourself first. The idea of focusing on yourself might seem indulgent or selfish to some, but it is far from that. It's a necessary step in creating a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and authentic. When you take care of your passions, your growth, and your well-being, you become more equipped to contribute to the world around you. You become more confident, more resilient, and more capable of navigating the challenges that come your way. And in doing so, you inspire others to do the same. By leading with self-awareness and self-care, you create a ripple effect that encourages others to prioritize their own growth and well-being as well. When you commit to dedicating time every day, even if it's just a small amount, the cumulative effect is nothing short of powerful. It's easy to think that change requires drastic action, that to make a real difference, we need to take giant leaps forward. But in reality, it's the small, consistent actions that add up over time and lead to meaningful change. Each day, when you dedicate even a small portion of time to something that matters to you, you are contributing to the foundation of your future success. One of the most important aspects of small daily efforts is that they allow you to build momentum. Momentum is a powerful force in life. It can propel you forward even when you feel like giving up, and it can help you break through obstacles that might seem insurmountable. When you take consistent action every day, you begin to create a flow, a sense of progress and movement that keeps you going. First, the results might not be immediately visible, but as you continue to build momentum, you begin to see the compound effect of your efforts. A small step today leads to a bigger step tomorrow. And soon, what once seemed difficult becomes part of your everyday routine. This is especially true when it comes to personal growth. Whether you're trying to improve your physical health, learn a new skill, or work on a creative project, consistent effort is what will carry you through. There will be days when progress feels slow, and there will be moments when you wonder if it's even worth continuing. But those are the very moments when consistency becomes your greatest ally. When you feel like you're not making any progress, remember that the small daily actions you take are still adding up. Over time, these small actions build the foundation for significant transformation. Think about the way you build any habit. At first, it feels awkward, maybe even forced. But as you continue to repeat the action, it becomes more natural. It's not that you've suddenly transformed overnight. It's that you've allowed yourself the grace to keep going, even when it feels like there's little to show for it. Every time you make that small effort, you are reinforcing the behavior. This is the power of consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly from the start or expecting immediate results. It's about showing up day after day, trusting that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. The beauty of small daily efforts is that they also make the process less overwhelming. When you commit to doing something every day, it becomes a part of your routine, something that no longer feels like a burden or a massive challenge. Breaking down a larger goal into smaller, manageable chunks makes it easier to stay committed even when you're busy or tired. This approach allows you to make progress without the pressure of perfection. The act of simply showing up is enough. And because you're not burdened by unrealistic expectations, you're more likely to stick with it for the long term. Small daily efforts provide a sense of control. Life is unpredictable, and there are always things beyond our control, unexpected setbacks, challenges, and obstacles. But when you focus on small, consistent actions, You give yourself something you can control. It's incredibly empowering to know that you are taking charge of your own progress, regardless of what is happening around you. These small steps become a personal commitment, an act of self-discipline that reinforces your sense of agency and confidence. Consistency also helps to eliminate procrastination, which often arises from the overwhelming feeling that a task is too big or too daunting. When you break down your larger goals into small daily actions, you make them less intimidating. The fear of failure that often holds us back starts to dissipate because you are no longer looking at a monumental task ahead. You're simply focusing on today. By focusing on one small step at a time, you reduce the mental barrier that procrastination creates. You don't need to worry about the future or the bigger picture. All you need to do is take one action today and then one tomorrow and keep going. This approach helps you build momentum and over time, gain the confidence to tackle larger tasks and challenges. The most important thing about small, consistent efforts is that they lead to progress. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment to start or looking for instant results. It's about trusting the process and believing that even the smallest effort is still moving you in the right direction. As you continue to take those small steps every day, you'll begin to see how much progress you've made. What once seemed out of reach now feels attainable because you worked toward it consistently. The process becomes as important as the result because it's the daily effort that sustains you. The process of small daily actions also helps to shift your mindset. It moves you away from an all or nothing mentality and towards one of continuous growth. You begin to understand that success is not about being perfect or achieving everything at once. It's about making progress no matter how small. Every small action you take brings you one step closer to your goal, and each step is worth celebrating. This shift in mindset allows you to enjoy the journey rather than just focusing on the destination. You begin to see every small victory as part of a larger story, and you understand that every action, no matter how small, is contributing to your overall success. In life, it's easy to feel like we need to do everything at once or accomplish everything right away. But the reality is that meaningful, lasting change takes time. Small, consistent actions create a ripple effect that leads to long-term success. By dedicating a little time each day to something that matters to you, you are building a foundation for something bigger, something that will carry you forward in ways you can't yet fully see. And when you look back, you realize that it was the small, daily efforts that made all the difference. And the idea of investing in your potential is often overshadowed by the hustle to achieve external success or meet societal expectations. We are constantly told that success is defined by what we accomplish, how much we can do, and the recognition we gain. Yet, what we often overlook is the importance of investing in the one thing that will determine our long-term success and happiness: our own potential. Investing in yourself is a powerful and transformative choice, one that impacts not only your personal growth, but the way you approach every aspect of life. It's an ongoing commitment to nurturing your mind, body, spirit, and ambitions. And it starts with understanding that your potential is limitless. When we speak of potential, it's not about seeing yourself as a finished product or waiting until you've reached perfection. Potential is about recognizing the growth that is already within you and choosing to invest in it every single day. We all have untapped abilities, ideas, and strengths, but they often remain dormant because we don't make the conscious decision to foster them. Too often we get caught up in the demands of daily life and we end up neglecting the things that could help us grow and evolve. We put off our dreams, ignore our passions, and tell ourselves that we'll focus on ourselves when we have time. But the truth is that life will never slow down. And the only way to fully realize your potential is by actively making the time for it. Investing in yourself means committing to personal growth. It's about setting aside time to learn, evolve, and improve, both professionally and personally. This could mean furthering your education, whether through formal classes or self-study. It might mean seeking out mentors or role models who can guide you on your journey. It could also involve taking time to reflect on your strengths and weaknesses and working on areas that need improvement. Personal growth doesn't always have to come in the form of a big achievement. Sometimes it's about the small steps you take to become a better version of yourself. When you invest in your growth, you begin to push past your comfort zones, challenging yourself to achieve things you once thought were impossible. Growth doesn't happen by staying where you are. It requires stretching, learning new things, and stepping into unfamiliar territory. It's through this process that you discover what you're truly capable of. The more you invest in yourself, the more you uncover new layers of your potential. You begin to believe in yourself and your abilities in ways you never thought possible. This belief in your potential is transformative. It gives you the courage to take risks, make bold decisions, and face challenges head-on, all of which contribute to your overall success. Physical and mental well-being are also crucial aspects of investing in your potential. It's difficult to make progress or pursue your goals if you're not taking care of your body and mind. Investing in yourself means making your health a priority, whether it's through regular exercise, healthy eating, or taking time to rest and recharge. Physical health is the foundation for everything else. Without it, achieving your goals becomes much harder. But the same applies to mental health. You need to take time to care for your mental well-being, to reduce stress, and to nurture your emotional state, whether through mindfulness practices, therapy, or simply giving yourself space to process your thoughts. Investing in your mental health is just as important as any other form of self-investment. By nurturing both your body and mind, you create a stable foundation for growth. When you feel physically and mentally well, you have more energy, focus, and clarity to pursue your goals. You are able to tackle challenges with greater resilience because you've already built the strength necessary to withstand difficulties. When you prioritize your health, you also begin to understand the interconnectedness of your body, mind, and spirit. They work in tandem, and by investing in each part of yourself, you unlock greater potential to create the life you want. Investing in your potential also means giving yourself the permission to fail and learn from your mistakes. Many people avoid investing in themselves because they fear failure. They think that if they don't achieve their goals right away, they're not making progress. But failure is an inevitable part of growth. It's through failure that we learn the most about ourselves. Each setback teaches us valuable lessons that help us refine our approach, develop new skills, and gain wisdom. Investing in your potential doesn't mean avoiding failure. It means accepting that it's a natural part of the journey and choosing to move forward despite it. Along with failure, investing in yourself also means developing resilience. Life is full of challenges and obstacles that can derail our progress if we allow them to. But resilience is the key to overcoming these setbacks. When you invest in building your resilience through practices like mindfulness, positive self-talk, and maintaining a growth mindset, you are better able to bounce back when things don't go as planned. Resilience allows you to keep going even when the road ahead seems difficult. And with every challenge you overcome, you strengthen your belief in your ability to achieve whatever you set your mind to. Another key aspect of investing in yourself is recognizing your value and learning to set boundaries. Often we neglect ourselves in favor of others, either by overcommitting to obligations or allowing others to take advantage of our time and energy. But true self-investment requires that you recognize your worth and prioritize your own needs. Setting boundaries is essential for protecting your time, energy, and emotional well-being. By saying no when necessary and creating space for what matters most to you, you ensure that you are giving yourself the room to grow and flourish. Investing in yourself means surrounding yourself